Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the decision that the United States Supreme Court took on DACA, which is actually not a decision on DACA itself, but on something else. And then we're going to be talking about this person you see right here, Justice Clarence Thomas, conservative justice on the Supreme Court, and why he sounds like he's mad. He's mad the way that his colleagues voted on this and why they did not end DACA. We're going to be talking about this. First of all, the decision. What was the decision made on DACA? The decision on DACA by the Supreme Court was that, again, not on DACA, but on the procedure that the Trump administration took to end the program. They saying that the procedure, only the procedure, was illegal and it should not be done the way the Trump administration did it. So it just offers essentially what the Supreme Court is doing is just offering a roadmap to the Trump administration on how to do it properly. A decision was not made on the legality of the program. And this is why Clarence Thomas is fuming. But what was it that happened and how did this even become into law? First of all, DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, is a program from the United States government which stops the deportation of children who were brought in illegally by their parents, signed into law by then President Obama as an executive order, circumventing the legal channels of making this into law. So what are the legal channels, you ask, Valentine? Well, very, very easy. According to the Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, the Congress, look at it right here, the Congress is the only one that is able to establish an uniform rule of naturalization. Congress is the only entity, the only branch of government that is able to make laws regarding immigration, not the executive branch like Obama. He circumvented the legal channel. He circumvented the Constitution to make this into law. Hence, right off the bat, this is illegal. And this is why Clarence Thomas is fuming. But before we get into what he says, guys, I'm going to ask you for a favor. I want you to like this channel. I need you guys to like this channel. It helps me a lot. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Give me a comment, give me a like, help me out with that. But great news, the channel, or we, when I say we, I mean me, which is nobody else, me. I'm going to start live streaming on, I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or on Facebook. I think I'm going to do it on YouTube every Friday. Today, the 19th, we're going to start live streaming on most likely YouTube around 8 o'clock, 8:30. It's going to be a half an hour show, half an hour where I'm able to interact with you guys via the chat. Later, we are going to be incorporating a live call-in feature, and I'm really excited about that. I really want to interact with you guys and make the channel grow because that's the whole purpose of the channel. I don't want to be talking to myself here, and I want to give something different, good information, no cursing, no stupidity, fun, all that. But let's go into the response of Clarence Thomas. Let's see why he's saying, why he's so mad. Let's read about it just a little bit. Thanks to Fox News. It says here, Thomas calls ruling blocking Trump move to rescind DACA a timid effort to avoid controversial decision. Listen, so the Supreme Court is getting political here. Just give me 1 second. You know this. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's like 11:43. You need your coffee, plain and simple. So here we go. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, in an opinion objecting to the court's Thursday decision blocking President Trump's effort to end an Obama-era program that protected those who illegally arrive in the United States as children, criticized his fellow justices for avoiding a politically controversial decision and showing timidity in not striking down the policy. Thomas was joined in his partial dissent by Justice Samuel Alito, Justice Neil Gorsuch, in what was a 5-4 decision. No, this was very close. 5-4 decision. Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote his own partial dissent. This is Brett Kavanaugh. Look what Brett Kavanaugh said. Today's decision must be recognized for what it is, an effort to avoid a politically controversial but legally correct decision. Thomas wrote. Actually, no, this is Thomas speaking. The court could have made clear decision solution respondent seeking must come from the legislative branch. Listen to again. The court have made a clear decision that the solution respondent seek must come from the legislative branch. That's where the solution has to come from. The legislative branch, which is what? What? Who? Oh, Yeah, we just said it. Yeah, Congress. Instead, the majority has decided to prolong the Department of Homeland Security (DHS) initial overreach by providing a stopgap measure of its own. Let's what it says here. He added, in doing so, it has given the green light for future political battles. This is not over. We're gonna be talking about DACA again in the news because this is not over. This is just this. Not there was no decision handed down on DACA itself. And I'm gonna tell you, once I finish this, I'm gonna tell you my opinion on what I think should happen to be fought in this court rather than where they rightfully belong in the political branches. Such timidity forsakes the court's duty to apply the law according to neutral principles, and the ripple effect of the majority of it will be felt throughout our system of government. Thomas' main objective to the majority of the court, which voted to uphold the Deferred Action on Childhood Arrivals program, also called DACA, in the face of Trump's effort to roll it back, was that the Obama administration, listen up, the Obama administration did not go through the proper channels in the first place. Thomas said because of that, Trump should have been able to dismantle the program without justification. And 100% correct. This is not a hard decision. When it comes to legal, if you want to apply the law doesn't care about anybody. Literally, the law is the law. Does not care about economic situation. Does not care about color. And if we're gonna apply the law here, Thomas Clarence is correct. Now, if we don't like the law, we want to change it, that's what Clarence Thomas is saying, then let's change the law. Let's change it. But as of right now, the law says that immigration should only go through the legislative branch, which is Congress. Now, what do I think as a legal immigrant? What do I think that should happen? I believe, this is what I firmly believe. I believe that these children, obviously the people, the kids who or the immigrants who are model citizens of the United States, I think the United States should show compassion towards these kids because they were brought in by their parents. They had no choice. They were brought in by their parents. A lot of them have established life. They have no clue what's on the other side. Basically, they are Americans, only that they were born somewhere else. But their culture is essentially American. I believe that they should become legal with you're not gonna like this. They're not gonna like this. With a big effort to protect the southern border. It has to be whether it's the wall, whether it's more agents, whether it's more drones, whether it's more fences, whether it's more whatever you want to call it. The border has to be controlled because if not, the same thing is going to happen again. And this is what happened. This is why history is important. Under the Reagan administration, amnesty was passed. And correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in the comments. I think they legalized about 2 million illegal immigrants. And you know what that happened without controlling the border? You know what happened? That sent a message to people in South America and worldwide that come here illegally, and one day they're gonna pass amnesty because you know what happened from 2 million that Reagan legalized, we are up to about 11 million, 10 million illegals in the United States. Some estimates, some studies have it at 20 million. So you don't control the border, you're just selling the message, just come and one day we're gonna pass amnesty. Guys, what do you think about this topic? Remember that this channel is trying to grow, make it to 1,000 subs. I think we could do it. I really think we could do it. I think that's not a stretch. Guys, we're on our way to 1 million subscribers on this channel. If you want to be part of history, of something new, to say, yo, you know what? I supported Valentine from the beginning. I remember when he was recording videos in his living room when he was doing this, and look where he's at, man. I'm glad I was able to help him out and share our message. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out.